Hello, Eagle Nation. I'm Katie Tolbert.
And I'm Shakeem Holloway.
And this is Sports Talk with the Georgian. The Eagles football team was on the road last weekend's game, which meant I hit the road for a 12-hour round-trip drive to Birmingham, Alabama. Although the Eagles did not pull out a victory against Samford University, I will say that it was a great game to watch. With the score at 44-34, both of these teams made outstanding drives, had momentum-changing plays, and kept the very hot and tired fans into the game.
Well, obviously, there wasn't a lot of defense played in this game as both teams combined for 78 points. Unfortunately for GSU, they fell to 1-2 in the SoCon, which hinders one of the few possible goals they can have this season of winning the SoCon, although there is still light at the end of the tunnel. GSU's defense couldn't stop a brilliant passing attack led by Andy Summerlin, who passed for over 400 yards and accounted for 3 of his team's touchdowns. Kevin Ellison wasn't too bad himself. He had a career-high 7 completions and went for 2 touchdowns, his first 2 of the season.
I was able to capture some pretty good moments during the game. About halfway through those clips, Samford player James Bradbury made the turning point play. He intercepted the ball right outside the Georgia Southern end zone, preventing them from scoring on that drive. Right after that, the whole Samford team stepped up their game, scoring 15 points in the third quarter, while GSU scored 0 points in the third quarter. This play was pretty crucial, but the game goes to Samford's senior quarterback, Andy Summerlin. He set a new school record of 495 passing yards through 3 touchdown passes and was 23 for 42 passes, which is his record-setting total as well. When you are facing a 6'4", 219-pound quarterback with that capability and the quickness he had to escape out of the pocket, it's hard for any defense to stop that offensive progression.
Summerlin had a great game. That Eagle defense couldn't hold him or Kelsey Pope, who had 7 catches for 201 yards. Despite GSU's defense, or lack thereof, it's not like Samford's defense was at a Hall of Fame level. McKinnon was able to rush for 181 yards and a touchdown, which placed him 5th all-time on GSU's career rushing yards list, eclipsing former Eagles Roderick Russell and Greg Hill. The fact of the matter is, 34 points should be enough to beat a team. The Eagles have to stop the turnovers, but their defense really needs to step up big time. GSU plays the Citadel on Saturday, a team they lost to last year.
The Eagles have only lost once in the 12 times they have played at Paulson, so I'm predicting that this record will continue. But it's up to the Eagle offense, in my opinion. All I know is Ellison better see the field for passing action because last Saturday he went a perfect 7 for 7 passing, 2 of which were touchdown passes. Lately, we have been seeing the Eagle offense getting comfortable and letting up large leads. On Saturday, the Eagles need to stay strong on both offense and defense to make sure when they are up on the scoreboard, it stays that way.
They lost a close one in the conference opener last year against the Citadel, with missed field goals and turnovers contributing greatly to their loss. However, GSU does lead the all-time series against the Citadel 17-5, and while missed field goals haven't plagued the Eagles this year, turnovers certainly are a problem. Though they've only lost 3, GSU has 15 fumbles on the year. They also average 69.8 penalty yards a game, which isn't exactly ideal, so they need to fix the mistakes. I've been wondering, do these Eagles feel like they have anything to play for? I think the outcome of this game will answer that question. I predict an Eagle win because I don't see them losing twice in a row. Eagles win 27-17.
Yeah, we all know that wouldn't go over too smoothly with Monken. And with that, we'll be right back after a commercial break provided by a student organization.
Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Eric Carter.
I'm Claire Terrell.
And I'm Alex Bowser.
And we'd like to invite you to the complete works of William Shakespeare.
Abridged. It's October 17th through October 19th at 7:30 p.m. in the lecture hall in the Nursing and Chemistry Building, room 1207.
Yes,
I've
that's
been to that
exactly.
one.
How much money is it, Eric?
It is $5 for students and $8 general admission.
It's being put on by Theater South, which is the theater organization on campus.
Pretty good. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, and just come and watch us attempt to perform all 37 of Shakespeare's wonderful, wonderful plays in under an hour and a half.
You might learn something.
The complete works of William Shakespeare, abridged by Adam Long, Daniel Singer, and Jess Winfield. You'll have a good time, promise.
So something new is being put in here around Statesboro. It's not a restaurant. It's not a bar. It's not another housing complex. It's a GSU golf course, and its grand opening was yesterday. Now, Shakeem, I know you swung by the course. Tell me some stuff about it.
This project, the Georgia Southern Golf Course, is an opportunity for us to provide an experience to many students and community members that have not been exposed to the game of golf.
Yeah, I was there for the ribbon cutting, and it was a good experience to be a part of. All the big wigs of GSU were there, as well as members of the Statesboro community and students of GSU. Executive Director of the CRI, Gene Cherry, was the opening speaker. President Kill was there, and he actually shook my hand and welcomed us to the course. I talked with Cherry for a bit, and he echoed the fact that this new course is playable for golfers at all levels, which is what he believes is so special about it. After the opening remarks and everybody had their opportunity to speak, we got to take a look at the golf course and what it has to offer, and it is a sight to see. The golf course stretches for over 6,000 yards as it sits in the middle of multiple homes. Fortunately, I don't live in any of them. I overheard a conversation where a homeowner was saying he already had over a dozen balls show up on his front porch. The golf course at University Park has a driving range and a nice clubhouse. For students, it will be $7 for walk-ins on weekdays and weekends and includes all 18 holes. Also, if students pay $25, they can rent a golf court. The course also offers twilight hour rates at a lower than average rate.
Well, they sure kept the golf course construction a secret. Can't say that too much for football. We'll be right back after another commercial break provided by a student organization. I know we already talked about how football lost this past weekend, but unfortunately there wasn't any winning teams for the Eagles this week. But the loss that broke my heart the most was to see the Eagle volleyball team lose to Furman University 2-3. Not only is it hard to lose a 5-game match, but it is incredibly hard to lose your last home match before you hit the road after winning 9 straight matches at home.
I was there, and what an upset it was. Furman came out strong, taking the first game. I thought that first game was a fluke after GSU won the next 2. But Furman came out strong in the 4th set. They were recovering quickly, and GSU could not get a hit. Then, in the 5th set, GSU had a slight lead at 8-7, but the Paladins were relentless on offense, finishing the match on a 7-3 run, and they earned the win.
The match started out on a bad foot with the Eagles losing the first game 25-23. But then, quickly the match turned around for the Eagles as they won the next 2 games. But then Furman came right back and won the last 2 games by large margins. The 4th game is really where the Eagles lost their momentum, hitting point .000 and got 10 errors, which in turn led to a 25-15 loss. Outside of the 4th game, the Eagles posted some pretty impressive numbers to say the least. The Eagles had 4 players reach the double-digit kill marker. I just hope that GSU doesn't let this loss get the best of them because they have a 4-match road swing ahead of them of just conference play.
Junior outside hitter Jamie Durant really stood out. She had a double-double as she was recently named SoCon Offensive Player of the Month, averaging almost 4 kills per set in the month of September. And apparently listening to 2 Chainz really gets her and the team pumped up for games.
Well, something has got to pump them up. That's all the sports talk we have for you this week. Thanks for tuning in and see you next week.